Now Javier Milei has been in power for exactly a year. And he basically campaigned with a chainsaw. He would walk around in his campaign speeches and he would chainsaw these different things that represented unnecessary government programs and fake currency and all this type of stuff. And he got elected. And then I thought, okay, this is going to be really interesting to watch, because I knew that he was quite savvy about Austrian economics. And the key to the whole thing worldwide is Austrian economics. His policies have been so successful that he has, within a year, cut the crime rate to almost nothing. So people are feeling secure again. The poverty rate is plunging dramatically. And inflation, it was at 500% inflation and growing. And now it's at 2%. So that's pretty dramatic in 1 year. How the heck did he do that? Well, because he knows Austrian economics. I've been studying Austrian economics for about 18 years, pretty intensely. And this guy probably is equal to or more savvy than I am, especially because he's having to deal with it on a daily basis. So the secret to his turning the country around was that he had the permission of the people to try honest systems and to actually recognize and incarcerate criminals and get rid of unnecessary corruption and government spending and so forth. So for me, it was tremendously exciting to see, okay, here's a guy who actually understands, who's willing to risk his life, who's talking about these principles and who's realizing them. And he's turned this country around in a year, and it's only continuing. His goal is to be the freest, most prosperous country in the world within the next year. And he may well, it's kind of a race between him and Bukele, and they're both these voluntarist economic philosophers. Milei was invited to the United States to meet with Trump. He participated in his celebration after the election at Mar-a-Lago. And he also had several meetings with various people, but especially with Musk and Ramaswamy. And that's one of the things I was so thrilled to hear, because Ramaswamy understands quite a bit of this, but Musk doesn't and Trump doesn't. But even Trump is very excited about partnering with Milei and having Milei coach his Doge team about how to integrate the principles of anarcho-capitalism into the US government. So we've got these tremendous examples, these powerful examples of Bukele and Milei transforming their countries, but most people don't know about it because the mainstream news is not covering anything about those countries. But as those principles transform the United States, the entire world will know about it, and they will want to follow in the footsteps of whatever principles and practices are actually increasing the money in people's pockets, increasing their wages, increasing their peace and prosperity, for real, increasing over time. So that's one of the reasons why I am so incredibly happy, because I believe that this is unstoppable.